No joke. This is like the 16th time I'm trying to record this little thing, and it's around 2 a.m. So if my voice sounds a bit shoddy, that's why. Today I'm going to be doing the booktube newbie tag. For those who aren't familiar, it's just a tag with a bunch of questions where you get to introduce yourself to the booktube community. And since it's like a kind of introductory thing, I thought it would be a good way to start off my channel. Well, start off, I already have a couple of videos, but you get the point. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? I love reading and I've wanted to start a channel for the longest time. Like I've said, I've tried to record this video about 1,000,000 times, just waiting for things to be perfect, waiting for the perfect conditions. But I think this is one of the cases where perfection is an enemy of progress. And so I just decided to go into it. And also, I've recently taken to doing a lot of art and trying to learn art and trying to learn animation. And so I thought maybe this would be the perfect convergence of most of my interests. And this would be a sort of way to improve and get better, you know? The second question, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Every time I've tried to record this video, I find myself stopping at this question and being, at a loss for words. Because do I go with a fun, lighthearted answer, or do I go with a serious introspective answer? But I guess one unique thing I could bring to BookTube is hour-long passionate rants about why Malazan Book of the Fallen is the best series ever written and why Anomander Rake is the best character to ever exist. At least in my opinion. But seriously, I think something new and exciting that I could bring to BookTube is just my unique perspective. I'm from Nigeria and I've lived in South Africa, Turkey, and the Netherlands, so I think I have a very unique, interesting social perspective, and engaging in discussions on that basis, I think would be very, very interesting, and I look forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. The next question, what are you most excited for about this new channel? A lot of people in my life don't read the books that I read. So I guess I'm most excited for, developing a community where we get to talk about all the weird, esoteric books that most people may not have read, and to engage in discussions about characters that I love, settings that I love, series that I love, and I'm just looking forward to all of that. The fourth question is, why do you love reading? If this year has taught us anything, it's that reality can often be a shit show. And sometimes we need a little escapism. And I just love the escapism that books have to offer. But at the same time, I also love how books can offer an insight into the human condition. And to read books and try to understand why people do what they do, and to analyze how society has come to be the way it is very, very interesting, and something I really, really love about reading. So yeah, that's why I love reading. Also, who doesn't like reading about a 200,000+ year old character who's 7 feet tall, turns into a dragon, and has a sword that is 6 feet tall?
Got a crush on a guy who doesn't exist. I don't care if he was made up on a white piece of paper, so it's not on you if I don't want you. So don't be pissed, I just like guys who don't exist.
The next question is, what book or series got you into reading? I would say either How to Train Your Dragon or The Inheritance Cycle. Yeah, one of those two. I'm not sure exactly which. It's been a while since I've read them, but it was one of those two books. I remember reading How to Train Your Dragon, and I was so captivated by the magic and the wonder of dragons, and having this character called Hiccup Horrendous Headache III. And I remember reading about Arya and the dragons in Inheritance Cycle and being just so captivated by that. And that's really what got me looking further into The Witcher and Malazan Book of the Fallen, which, if it wasn't obvious by now, is my favorite series. The sixth question is, what would you ask your favorite booktubers? I would ask, what is something unexpected about the community that you experienced when you first started? Next question, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So I think the biggest challenge would just be overcoming being shy and overcoming the hang-ups in my head about waiting for things to be perfect. And also developing a community, because I know how difficult it can be to sort of get people to interact with you and interact with people as well. But life wouldn't be worth living if there weren't challenges. So, next question, when did you start reading? I don't really have an exact answer for this, but I was very young. I remember in our house in Nigeria, my dad had this sort of study at the entrance of our house that had so many beautiful, wonderful short stories, and I would spend hours devouring each of these books and the short stories, and that's sort of how I got interested in, storytelling as a form, as an art form, as something I appreciate, as something I'm drawn to. The 9th question is, where do you read? Where don't I read? I tend to listen to audiobooks. I prefer audiobooks because I can do other things while I'm listening at the same time. And so oftentimes I'll be cooking or on the bus or, doing this, that, and the other, and I'll be listening to an awesome audiobook. So I read everywhere, wherever I can, whenever I'm in the mood. I read sporadically as well. So it's like, when the mood strikes. And last but not the least, what kind of books do you like to read? I just love fantasy books. Those are the kind of books I naturally tend to gravitate towards. However, I've also enjoyed other genres of books as well, but my heart and my soul belongs to the fantasy genre. That's what I love. So that's what I tend to gravitate towards. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope it was as fun for you as it was for me recording this. If you have a comment or whatever, just, leave a comment down below and subscribe. Hopefully I'll be posting more regularly. I can't promise consistency, but I will definitely try my best.